We are just 3 weeks away from the release of Hogwarts Legacy, and things are really starting to heat up. So they just released the official cinematic trailer for the game, and it's only 1 minute and 19 seconds long, but there is a lot packed in here, a lot of details to unpack and things to talk about. So we're going to watch the full thing together, then we're going to react to it, break it down, and see what we've got going on.
Take this. Find them.
The Owlery. Look at the castle, man. Flying through the candles in the Great Hall. Gryffindor students practicing some magic.
Weasley, we don't know what magic caused this.
Did you hear that professor name? We're going to talk about all this. Into the Dark Forest. The music. So there's a poacher camp there. They're being unkind to a hippogriff. Now we've got a dragon. Is this another poacher camp, possibly? Kind of looks like it. This owl wants all the beef. Yeet. Oh, okay, I'm going to talk over that. La 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 la. Copyright music. We can't really be hearing that sound effect in there. But that's, dude, the first time I watched that, I got chills. Let's talk about what we just saw. The very first scene of this trailer takes place in the Owlery. Now, this is a real location that we're going to be able to travel to and explore and go into and things like that in the game. We've seen the outside of it based on the showcases thus far, but this is our first time seeing the inside, and we have a female, I'm assuming professor, walking up to this owl. We're not sure which professor it is, but you can kind of see a little bit of a reflection in the eyes. Still can't tell who it is, but she's saying, take this. She gives it a script, and she says, go find them. So she's got a message that she wants to send to somebody, and you could see the owl kind of take off. Interesting there. You know, are we going to be able to send messages? Is the owl going to be a big part of this game? I don't know, but it is definitely going to be an explorable location. This next scene is nothing short of incredible. You can see the owl flying around the grounds of the castle, see all the towers, see the building in all of its glory, and man, I can't wait to explore every crevice of this place. We do see a student flying by in a broom. We know that broom travel is a very real and useful thing in this game. Not going to be able to play Quidditch, but we are going to be able to fly around. The owl eventually goes in through the front doors and into the Great Hall, flies around the magical enchanted candles up in the ceiling and stuff. So cool. Now, in this scene right here, we see a couple of Gryffindor students. So that's actually Natsai Onai. She is the Gryffindor companion. So if you're a Gryffindor, she's going to be kind of like a good friend of yours. The guy here, not sure who he is. We've seen lots of rumors and suggestions and questions and like, you know, character names and some of the showcases. This might be a Weasley here. We're not 100% sure yet, but I think it might be a Weasley. And then we also get to see Nearly Headless Nick. This next section right here is probably the most important part of the entire trailer. So let's listen to it one more time.
Professor Weasley, we don't know what magic caused this.
Professor Weasley. Yes, that's right. Pretty cool. You can see the students running up to her very concerned. She's saying, hey, we don't know what's going on. We don't know what magic is causing this. So obviously there's some sort of a disturbance. Something bad is happening. And we kind of know the main storyline is that our character is the one with these links to ancient magic, and we are the one that could potentially solve this problem. And you will see throughout this trailer, that's why the owl at the beginning was sent for us, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We see that at the end here. Now, let's talk about Professor Weasley. The Hogwarts Legacy Twitter account posted kind of like a character description of her last week. If you guys missed it, it says that Matilda Weasley is an exceptionally talented witch with a background as a curse breaker for the Ministry. Known for her composure and extraordinary handiwork, she's a firm but fair transfiguration professor and a slightly intimidating, well-respected deputy headmistress. Professor Weasley has been tasked with getting the player up to speed in their studies and introduces them to their Wizard's Field Guide and the Room of Requirement, both of which are invaluable resources for a new fifth year with a great deal to learn. So obviously a very important character. She's going to be, honestly, to me, that just sounds like a McGonagall. McGonagall was a headmistress. McGonagall was a transfiguration teacher. Like, she's going to be almost like a mother figure. You know what I mean? She's going to be a leader to us. She's going to be a great friend to us, a great mentor to us. I think we're going to have a lot to learn from her. And I kind of think that she's the one that sent the owl in the very beginning. Next up, our owl gets a little bit crazy, dives down into the Forbidden Forest, which is never a good idea, and we see a scene here with 2 students fighting off spiders. Now, I don't think these are Hagrid's spiders, because Hagrid is the one that brought Aragog to Hogwarts, and then Aragog, you know, with Tom Riddle, escaped out into the forest and stuff. So, like, that all takes place well after this is taking place, but I guess there were other mean spiders out in the forest. We can see 2 different spells being used here. Glacius, which is to turn things into ice, and then also Incendio, which is the opposite, sets them on fire. But wait, there's more. The world's most thrill-seeking owl is not quite done yet. After narrowly escaping the Forbidden Forest, he goes straight to a camp of poachers, where a group of poachers all cast Avada Kedavra at him, and he's narrowly able to escape. Now, these poachers we know are going to play a fairly big role in the story. We're not sure how much it's tied to the main story, if it's going to be more side quests or what, but you can see in this clip, they've got a hippogriff tied up there, and one of the main themes is that we want to try to save these animals. You know, we've got our vivariums back in our room of requirement, where we can, you know, bring the animals in from the poachers, take care of them, feed them, brush them, bathe them, give them attention. In return, they're going to give us resources which we can use to craft materials and potions and things like that. So I'm assuming they're going to be like evil poacher camps dotted around the countryside that you're going to have to go and take on. And obviously, some are going to be tougher than others. You're going to have to level up, you know, kind of the same vibe that we've seen in other games. Think like Horizon Zero Dawn and Dying Light and things like that. So going to be very interesting there. So we saw one with a hippogriff, and then this next section here, I mentioned it in our first watch through. This could be another poacher camp. I'm not exactly sure, but we've got a dragon here. And one thing to note is that we're defending ourselves against this dragon. We are not attacking the dragon. So I'm assuming that we are either trying to get around this dragon and he's defending something, or we're trying to like save this dragon, or I don't know what, but it doesn't look like we're trying to get on this dragon's bad side, which is probably a good idea. And it seems like dragons are where this owl crosses the line, because shortly after escaping the dragon, it ends up finding our player character and drops the note down to our character, who's in London. You can see Big Ben in the background. And this is like an invitation to Hogwarts, I guess. It's not our acceptance letter. We weren't invited to Hogwarts in the first place when we turned 11 years old. We're coming in as a 5th year student. So this is, again, like I said, I'm assuming it's Professor Weasley sending us this letter saying, hey, we need you to come to the school. You know, we've got this link to ancient legacy, you know, the secret magic, and things are going down, things are bad, so we need you to come to the school, and you're going to end up helping out. Now, is she telling us that? Probably not. It's probably an invite to the school, and they're like, oh, we're excited to go to Hogwarts, and then that's kind of where our story unfolds, and we learn about this ancient magic, and we learn how we're going to be able to help, and you know, obviously the story is us navigating those waters. So, very, very, very cool trailer. Very exciting. Lot to unpack there in a minute and 19 seconds. And man, this game is, it's going to be full of it. There's just going to be so much. There's going to be so much in terms of the main story. There's going to be so much to uncover in the world itself. There have been some leaks recently. I'm not going to talk about it, but I've seen some numbers for like hours it takes to complete both main story and 100% completion. It's looking pretty good. It's looking like a beefy enough game that's not too beefy. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes when games are like 100 plus hours long, I lose interest. I don't think I would in this case, but some games definitely can be too long. This seems like it's going to be right in that sweet spot. So hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Can't wait, man. Less than 3 weeks away if you're pre-ordering the Digital Deluxe Edition. Can't come soon enough.